viewers. I hope that this video finds you in good health. I'm fine too, speaking from Nairobi. And today I want us to focus on Babu Owino as an undisputed new kingpin in Nyanza region. But before we do that, I will request those who are viewing this video for the first time to subscribe so that whenever we produce another video, YouTube will notify them. And for those who have subscribed, we thank you for bringing us this far. Back to the topic, which is Babu Owino as an undisputed new kingpin in Nyanza. Our viewer or my viewer, do you agree with that or those remarks? That Babu Owino is the new undisputed king in Nyanza? Several reasons attest to that, but before I give the reasons as to why Babu Owino is going or is being the new kingpin in Nyanza, I'll first give a brief history why Babu Owino is going to or is eyeing for the position. Of course, you all know that Raila Amolo Odinga has been the kingpin in Nyanza and most parts of Western for close to 20 years or more than 20 years. He has been controlling the region. And now there is a vacancy in the African Union. You all know that he has declared his ambition that he will be contesting for that position. Everyone is prepared for that. The nation is prepared for that. And both the opposition and the ruling party are all in support of him because it is a good position for this nation. So Raila Odinga has been the chairman of ODM. He has got his two deputy party leaders. Probably that's why there is some quietness within the party, because who is who? The question of who is who to take after the former prime minister is big. That question is so big. And despite the fact that there is the order of party leadership, now comes a young man from Nairobi who it is believed that is contesting for governorship in Nairobi. And this has put him at an advantage position to even negotiate for the position of kingship. You know, in most cases, such a positions are not given. Such a positions are not given. You have to go for them and you have to fight for those positions. Today, a young man, Babu Owino, was traversing part of Nyanza. He actually traversed around 3 constituencies, right from Nyando to Kondere area, giving relief food to those who were affected by the floods. What caught my attention is the manner in which he articulated his issues and the support that he was given. I now want to highlight some of the reasons as to why Babu Owino is going to automatically be the next kingpin in Luo Nyanza. One, he is adhering to the youth. He is adhering to the youth. If you ask anyone, most people in Nyanza, right from Kisii to Western Kenya, most of them will be talking of Babu Owino not as a kingpin, but as an equal to Kalonzo Musyoka. They actually see him as a potential presidential candidate. The youth are divided between Kalonzo and Babu Owino. So he is adhering to the youth. Whereas of course there are those youth who feel that he is still young, but they really respect him and like him. Second, he has maintained the traditional Raila followers. Despite the fact that Raila announced or pronounced that he's going to fight for the chairmanship commission in African Union, Babu Owino has tried in and out to ensure that he maintains or he wears the shoes that Raila Amolo Odinga is wearing or he wore. So he has ensured he keeps busy. You know, supporters must always be kept busy. Like today, he was there supplying food, telling them the president has 1 vote. He can give 1 vote to Raila. Raila is well known all over Africa, so there is no much deal, and condemning people like Kimani Ichung'wah who cannot differentiate between national positions or the country's positions and the party. So he was reminding them that Kimani Ichung'wah, Raila is not vying for a job that is Kenyan, despite I'm paraphrasing, is vying for a national, an African or a regional position. And therefore, the president has got 1 vote. However, the president can support him in many ways, but I think it's a reaction to those Aaron Jeriot and Kimani Ichung'wah, among others, who want Raila to keep quiet, that he should not comment on anything because he's fighting for the position. Previously, I said Raila is not doing any harm by commenting. It's actually, he has started his work. If he's commenting on the floods, if he becomes the next chairman of African Union, he's likely to be commenting more, not in Kenya, but elsewhere. People have to be treated in total humanity. That is the work that Raila is going to do outside there. So he has maintained, Babu Owino has maintained the followers, the traditional followers of Raila. Second, of course, I've talked of that point. He has proposed him to run for presidency. The youth are proposing him to run for presidency. Whether he will run for presidency is a debate of another day. They also see Babu Owino as a man who has stood with Raila throughout. They see him as a person who can take over easily because they say that during the time of the doctors' strike, whereas most people were not seen, Babu Owino was giving his views on what he thinks is right and what should be done. Another reason why Babu Owino is taking the position is that even by proposing that he's fine in Nairobi as a governor, that is simply causing fear to others. That is making him or giving him an upper hand. And a significant question that one may ask, how will Nyanza look like? How will Nyanza look like and in the hands of Babu Owino? One is that there will be an overall generational change in Nyanza. Remember today when he was talking at Nyando, he spoke vividly on generational change. He told the youth that, I know you don't have employment. Be prepared for any position. Whether you see any position like MCA, take over. If you see any position like even governor, any vacant, take over. He said the only person whom he will spare is Raila Odinga. He's the only person who can tell them we follow this route or we follow that route. But the rest are in hot soup. Another point that Babu Owino is taking over is that there is no competition. People like the Siaya governor, James Orengo, are no longer competitive. They are no longer competitive. Their time is gone. When Orekabaro could say in parliament that order Mr. Orengo, order Mr. Orengo. Their time is gone. It cannot be wise for him to start wrestling with young people now. They will put him down. However, their positions now are at risk because from the words of Babu Owino, who is likely to take over. I have no doubt that Babu Owino will take over because I have interacted with people, both young and old, from the area, and they are confident. They have confidence in him. So the fear that will make the older, the aged, to resist him so much is that idea of generational change, because the term generational, it means from Kisumu, Siaya, and many other counties in Nyanza, we will have new faces. That is my take on Babu Owino as the undisputed kingpin in Nyanza region. Thank you so much.